People today are trying to find answers to all their questions on the web, and few are ready to turn to the commonplace truths in books. The world is changing rapidly, but money is still the main human resource. The same can be said about money tips, and as the years go by, they only get better. That is why Napoleon Hill's bestseller called Think and Grow Rich doesn't lose its relevance even today, and many millionaires have it in their library. What simple secrets of wealth are revealed in this book? And is it really possible to multiply your money with one thought? You will find out right now. Welcome to the main channel on finance. Join the club of future millionaires by clicking the subscribe button. Few people know that Napoleon Hill even worked as an advisor to two US presidents, Woodrow Wilson and Franklin Roosevelt. However, Hill began his career as a reporter for a farmer's paper. But in just a couple of years, the promising journalist turned into one of America's most in-demand writers. His books sold out at the speed of light because it was through them that people learned the answer to the coveted question, how to get rich and successful. An amazing thing is, Napoleon's life was turned upside down by a series of incidents. First, the young reporter was noticed by Tennessee Governor Robert Taylor and invited to work for his publication. And then he commissioned a series of interviews with American businessmen. One of Hill's first interviewees was the richest American, steel magnate Andrew Carnegie. The billionaire was so fascinated by Napoleon that he trusted him to document his personal strategy for success. It was Mr. Carnegie's idea to try to describe the path an average American must take to get rich, Hill wrote. Carnegie subsequently encouraged Napoleon to interview other prominent entrepreneurs of the time. Thanks to Andrew, the journalist was able to talk to the Rockefeller family and interview Henry Ford and Thomas Edison. Hill then focused on researching the criteria of success and described his findings in his book, The Law of Success. Despite the fact that it became a sales hit, the writer later claimed that his work was incomplete at the time of its release. The reason was the harsh editing of the publication. A few years later, Hill managed to rewrite his book, supplementing it with new research on achieving wealth and success. This time, the writer sent his work to the independent press and issued it under the title Think and Grow Rich. As a result, Napoleon Hill's second work became a perennial bestseller that to this day graces the shelves of famous billionaires. One of them was Warren Buffett, who spoke approvingly of the book in an interview with Forbes. Wealth is a huge puzzle. For years, people have been trying to get their hands on the pieces, and Napoleon Hill told us how to put the picture together. And right now, you're going to hear Napoleon Hill's main thoughts on achieving wealth and success that he laid out in his book. So, stay tuned. Repeat your thoughts. Any idea, plan, or goal can be placed in your life through repetition of thoughts, writes Hill. Many people believe that all you have to do is make a wish once and it will come true. This is not true. You have to live your wish day after day. Repeat it. Believe in what you are thinking about. Never give up. Neither society, nor the media, nor friends and family should not influence your desires, decisions, or goals. Be true to your ideas, plans, goals every day and every minute. Even when nobody believes in success, you must go all the way. Use all opportunities in order to realize your plans. Napoleon Hill gave several examples to show how this works. The first one was the experience of Henry Ford. When he designed the automobile, many people said that it was a stupid idea, that nobody needed an iron and expensive box because there were comfortable and cheap horse-drawn carriages. And who was right in the end? Are we riding horses now? The second case was the invention of the telephone. Bell's contemporaries also said that it was a meaningless device because the first prototypes only transmitted sound within rooms, that it would not spread, that the inventor was wasting his time. Now, everyone has a phone and it's hard to imagine our lives without them. A recent example of modern computers can be cited from Hill's words. The first machines were the size of a room, slow, non-functional, and short-sighted. Critics of the time said that they would never get mass adoption. As we can see, anyone can be wrong, and those who stand their ground, believe in the goal day in and day out, eventually succeeded. Placebos for wealth. Your ability to use self-talk depends on your ability to focus on your desire until that desire becomes an obsession. I'm sure many of you have heard of the placebo effect. It means giving people pills of nothing but telling them that they are getting a miracle cure that will cure everything in a few days. As a result, most patients felt better. And why? Faith in themselves, in the miracle pill, and self-infusion. Self-inducement works, and the placebo proved it. If this is possible in medicine, why can't this effect be used in other areas as well? Who says you can't? You can and you should. Defeat is a chance to change. When you encounter defeat, take it as a signal that your plans are not working. Change those plans and set sail again toward your cherished goal, writes Hill. Every decision you make has a consequence, and if those consequences are negative, you suffer defeat after defeat. Then don't look for a problem somewhere far away. Deal with yourself. Perhaps you need to reconsider the company's policies, to think about the last decisions you made, to understand what was done wrong. As a rule, the universe tells us what we are doing wrong, and defeats are those clues, the universal signs. But we must not just take defeat as a sign, we must learn from it. It is important to see an opportunity to start anew in every failure, but using the experience and knowledge gained. And don't stop if something doesn't work out, keep pushing toward the goal, writes Hill. You are the source that attracts wealth. Just as your eyes need light to see, our minds need representation to bear fruit, states Napoleon Hill. He cites a parable that perfectly describes this advice. A man rides the bus and thinks, "I'm sick of this awful job, lack of money, family problems, quarrels with friends, misunderstandings with my colleagues. I have a terrible life." And the angel stands behind him and thinks with bewilderment, "It's strange, every day he has the same wishes. Well, let's do it." The main point Hill is trying to make is that, first of all, you have to understand wealth begins with your mind. If you complain every day about your life, about problems, about lack of money, you will only make things worse. Try to think differently. Imagine that you are successful, that everything in your life is getting better, that problems go away, and happiness, joy, and financial prosperity take their place. Learn to see, to fantasize, and then all your desires will come to the real physical world. Have a clear plan. First comes the thought, then that thought must be organized into ideas and plans, and then transformed into reality, wrote Hill. You can move towards success if you don't know how to get there. Planning is simply necessary if you want to achieve your goal, and it doesn't matter what you're going to do, in what area, what you're going to focus on, if you have a goal and a clear understanding of how to achieve it. Of course, you should not write out every day, every step, every action. It is enough just to write down the main steps on a piece of paper or something and already move in accordance with the tasks. Once the first step is done, thank yourself, praise yourself, and immediately proceed to the next one. The final word is yours. Think and Grow Rich is a tidbit for critics these days. A lot of people just don't believe in Hill's strategy because of its simplicity. But if it's so easy, why not try it? After all, the result can be surprising. Day after day, repeat your desires. Tell yourself that you've already succeeded, that everything in life is good, that you're following a clear plan and everything you planned works out. As a result, your thoughts will begin to materialize and you will see the incredible power that is within you. The power to change everything around you to fulfill any of your desires. It's the main channel on finance. Subscribe and get rich.